Can 100 New York Jets players in their prime defeat a gorilla? Find out next. And we're back. How's it going, boys?
It's going well. It's going well.
Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah. So the big topic of the internet this month or week or whatever has been, can 100 men defeat a gorilla? And, you know, there's a lot of different scenarios where it can go, like how many gorillas would it take to defeat a Chuck Norris? You know, and then I saw some like other really bad offshoots, which I'll share maybe periodically later. But essentially, we decided to do something that was very similar for our New York Jets. And that is basically how many Jets in their prime would it take to defeat a gorilla?
All time.
Now, the rules of this are, we kind of did some math, and basically we figured that we need about 10,000 pounds of New York Jets in order to defeat a gorilla, or at least definitively defeat one. Probably need less realistically, but that's when we're going to have like pretty much the certainty that the gorilla will go down, right? 10,000 of them, right? And essentially we're going to draft one by one our people, and we're going to plug in their weights and then figure out how many is it going to take to get to that 10,000 pounds, which is going to be a little bit too much for a gorilla. And we're going to do this in Excel because I love Excel. And Monty asked you before the show, who did I learn Excel from and all that, you know, because, you know, he's jealous of my skills. But anyway, I'm going to nominate Adnan to go for the first one.
This guy's so full of himself. It's fucking great.
I'm full of it. I mean, did you not ask me before the show, where did I learn Excel?
I did ask you that. Yeah.
Yeah. So shut the hell up.
Because I was curious. It's called a random.
Yeah. I hear you.
Don doesn't understand small talk outside.
Right.
Fair enough.
John's the worst guy to try to give a compliment to.
Fair enough. Okay, Adnan, you have the first nomination. Okay, so Adnan's gonna basically nominate, and it's just gonna go. We're gonna go just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's no snaking, right? Adnan, who is your first nominee? And also, kind of give me a rough estimate of what the weight is, too, if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. So there were a few different ways I could go with this, and I'm torn between just sheer size and mentality. But I would probably start with John's guy, or one of my favorite guys, more Gastineau.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's high on my list. But
yeah.
really quick, just to throw this in there. Strategy matters a little bit. Mark Gastineau is 6'5", 265.
Yeah,
thank
you. Just to throw it in there, I know we're going at weight, but it's not just about weight, guys. Just FYI, you know, like because you would need some guys to be like distractors, like fast guys, and you would need the bulk of the guys, obviously, but you'd need like a good 5-6 guys that were just burners to get the gorilla's attention.
Yeah, and I also think mentality really matters, right? Like you'll also need guys, you know, like someone who I'll nominate later if nobody does, but a guy with the mentality of like Jamal Adams, right? Somebody who's like, I don't care how big I am, I'm going to run through your face, right? So it's not just going to be about weight, but I think Gastineau is like the perfect place to start.
Absolutely.
I think it's a fine selection. Gastineau was also crazy.
Yes.
And also really big and really on the juice. So
and a lot of cocaine too. So you know he'd be all
allegedly.
Let's not spread rumors.
Allegedly.
You don't want him coming on our show trying to kill you. You know.
Yeah. I mean, if he'd come on the show, I think I could take it. He's older now. I could run away from him.
No shot, dude. I mean, he's the first guy we're sending in for the gorilla.
That's right. He's the first guy you're going to get away from.
At his prime.
I don't care, dude. Old man strength is very different. You know what I mean? Even if he's like almost crippled because of years in the NFL, I would never mess with Mark. Also, he's 6'4", right? No shot. You're done. You're not in your prime. You get murked by him. I don't think all three of us could take Mark Gastineau down.
At 65, yeah, we could, bro.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, all right, Monty, go ahead. Next one.
All right, so I'm going to go with brain and brawn mixed together. Let's go with big Nick Mangold. I think he's smart enough, strong enough, big enough to be, you know, a threat. You know, I like him. I like him as a pick, you know, because you need smart guys and strong guys. The strategy matters a lot in something like this because you don't have weapons.
Fine pick. Nick Mangold also looks like he could take down a gorilla on his own. Like you know, he looks like a Viking, honestly. So like that's a very good pick, I think. Also, Adnan and I got to meet him, and I still have my signed football from him and Ricochet. I mean, he was just sipping that whiskey, and he looked like he was totally sober. Like he could operate heavy machinery while drunk, no problem. Like he's like Nick Offerman in what was it, Parks and Rec, when like he was like too drunk, whatever, according to the drive and whatever. And then he went home and like built like a chair out of wood and all that and showed today's paper. Nick Mangold's one of those types of guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, number 3, I'm going Joe Klecko. Just because, I mean, for one, yes, you need big body guys, and also we did see a video of him wrestling a bear successfully and winning.
Yeah.
So that he's already well trained to take down a gorilla, even though no one really is. But he's as trained as anyone could be. Plus, he wrestled before, so like you kind of need that, if that makes sense.
That's a great point with the bear, man. I remember that, and that's that skill set is very important when you're dealing with a wild, vicious force as a silverback gorilla is.
Yeah. Also, really strange that we all pick white guys to start just to talk about race for the hell of it. But like, it's really strange. We're sending first.
Yeah,
it's the opposite of South Park with the Blame Canada War movie, you know.
Well, it's coming. Don't worry. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Okay, Adnan, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with someone who isn't a lineman, but I think would be a vicious guy here. I'm gonna go with David Harris, linebacker, weighs 250. I think he's just the kind of guy that you need to kind of like just take this thing on head on. I think he'd be a really good addition.
Oh yeah, 1,000 career tackles.
Yeah.
You know, always good.
Middle linebacker, so he's like the leader. He can kind of like get everyone situated.
Never out of position, so you know he's taking a good angle. So he cracked that gorilla right in his ribs when he had his arm up in the wrong way. Yeah, I think that's a great pick. He's definitely someone I would pick as well.
Okay, interesting pick. Okay, Monty, you are up.
All right, so this one is just more for like, so you need kind of like not necessarily cannon fodder, but you need someone who can kind of take the brunt of the force and just be a big body and add to that weight total and just be a beast. And I'm gonna go with big 6'7", 365-pound Mekhi Becton. He's one of the biggest players the Jets ever had, and if we're gonna have someone fighting a gorilla, I want a big motherfucker like that.
That is a fine choice. Yeah, he's big. He might be bigger than the gorilla, actually, now that you really think about it.
For sure, in height.
In height, yeah. But the problem is the horizontal movement's really not the best anymore via those knee injuries.
I don't think
thank Greg Van Roten for it. Yeah, I understand though what you're saying. Okay. So I'm gonna go a little smaller. I'm gonna go with a quick guy, and has 2 years of the Jets on his belt. So it would be okay. I'm gonna go with Ronnie Lott, okay, because we're going prime here, right? With these guys, and Ronnie Lott was about 205. Just to recap, Ronnie Lott, how you need some tough guys that are willing to get destroyed, right? But Ronnie Lott lost part of his finger during a football game, just ripped it off and kept playing. So you're gonna need someone that can handle the grimy dirtiness of the gorilla fighting. And Ronnie Lott's a scary human being, right? All pro, NFL 100 team. And he'll go at him quick. So I'm gonna go Ronnie Lott.
Nice. Very nice. I think the durability thing is a big thing here. And a lot of the people I was, when I kind of did a little like quick list and was, doing a little bit of a prep research for this, I looked at a lot of guys who were like played a lot of games for the Jets, high durability. I think, someone who could go through pain like that's a good choice.
Thank you. Okay. Adnan, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the guy I said, Jamal Adams. I think kind of on the same note with Ronnie Lott. He's more compact. He's 214 pounds. So I think that's kind of a little bit of a smaller guy. But again, you're going to need those kind of battering rams, smaller guys that have the mentality of I do not care. And I think him and Lott kind of have that same mentality.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, nice. We're almost at the 2,000 pounds. Okay, so we're getting closer. Monty, you are up.
All right. Well, I think that I think we still need to be. I still think we need some more big bodies on here. And who better than a Pro Bowler who was a beast for us and lasted for 10 seasons. 6'6", 310, DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
I had the feeling we were going to go into Brickashaw
Ferguson. So I'm going to say this about DeBrickashaw Ferguson. I get the size and the strength, and I love him. One of my favorite Jets of all time. But
he was so nice.
Seems too nice.
He was so nice, man. Like I just feel like he just seems like the kind of guy that would be like.
Listen, Becton doesn't really strike me as a killer either. But you just need them. You just need meat Pause.
and also,
He needs some meat and durability. I understand it.
And this is also life and death, right? So it's going to be kind of a different mind frame as well. So,
okay, I am up. I'm going with a 265er. He's a nut job. We've seen him just jump on piles like it's no problem. He'll be one of the first ones to die, and because he'll be the first one to try and land on the gorilla from above, and he'll just get ripped up like that. I'm going Michael Clemens.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna pick him, but he was definitely on my.
You gotta be on the list. You gotta sacrifice the lambs on this one, right?
And first of all, like
he's costing us too much on the cap this year, so might as well send him out there.
He's more valuable. Yeah, he's more valuable at this than he is for playing.
I was just gonna say nearly useless as a starting DN, but
this is
yeah,
his...
in this is where he would shine.
Yeah,
jacked, crazy, dirty player. Yep, this is right up his alley.
Okay, all right, Adnan, you are on the clock.
Yeah, I am going to go with a massive guy. Our guy Snacks Harrison coming in at 340 pounds.
Oh.
I think that's just a guy who can just hold the fort down, man. Just get in there, anchor to the gorilla, and just keep him occupied for a little while, just like he did when he played for the Jets.
Nice. That was some big weight right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Nice.
We need a big boy like that.
That is some meat, dude.
Yeah. And he played nose tackle, so he's perfect for something like this.
And his name is Snacks.
Exactly.
Bite that motherfucking gorilla. All right.
Jeez, but we're only at 2,700 pounds.
You're gonna need some more.
Yeah.
All right, I got a little something. Not as big as Snacks, but pretty big dude. I'm gonna go with these 6'5", 290, 12 and a half sacks, and he played over 170 games as a Jet. Pretty durable. Sean Ellis.
Like it. Yep.
Yeah, I think Sean right on that one because I think he was spelled that way. Am I right?
No, that's right. You're right there.
A-U-N. It's A-U-N. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That just shows that we are true Jets fans. We know our no names that people will forget, but he was a great first round pick, right?
Yeah, first round pick.
First rounder.
Part of that Keyshawn Johnson trade package, right? Yeah.
And four first round picks. He was one of 4 first round picks that year.
Even though this is not a serious topic, we do know our Jets. Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go. And actually, this is kind of funny. I'm gonna go another DT. I'm gonna try and get some more meat on the table here. This is a name who actually, I saw Blewett today, this week, kind of talk about maybe bringing him back just because they kind of need more of a presence on the inside. I'm going Fatukasi. Fatukasi.
Yeah, he's a big. He's good, man. Yeah.
Big dude. And that's another big fat nose tackle in the middle, right? You just can't hate that.
Yeah,
we only have 3,400 pounds.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
This is crazy. I mean, our average is 284.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some more meat on the table. Okay. All right, go ahead, Adnan. Give me some meat. What are we?
So, with this pick,
pause.
With this pick, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Somebody from our recent past, who in his prime I think would be a beast here, and that's CJ Mosley. Coming at 238 pounds. I just think middle linebackers are just perfect for something like this.
Absolutely.
Athleticism, leadership, somebody, again, him and David Harris can kind of organize the troops, get everybody ready to rock while, Lott and Adams are just being maniacs along with Clemens. So I think we're starting to form a good team here, but I definitely got to go my guy Mosley.
Yeah. Yep, and I'm gonna stick with the with that linebacker trend, and I'm gonna go with a little bit bigger of a guy. Ended fucking Drew Bledsoe's career with one hit. Mo Lewis.
Mo Lewis. That's a
great
pick. What's the weight?
258.
He was that big.
He was a big boy. He was a beast, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those linebackers were big back then, man. Now they're small. Back then,
they are small and faster now, but that's part of the game.
They ran more.
They just have to be faster now.
Oh, no, of course. I'm just saying, linebackers then were bigger because you had to stop the run. Right now, they're smaller because you got to be able to play and pass and rush the pass. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Big dude.
I'm going with Q at this point.
I was thinking Q,
I think we just need some meat. And also, I know that, he kind of models his game after Aaron Donald, who, by the way, would be perfect for this and be probably one of the first people we'd even throw up there.
100%. He'd be
a guy trained with a guy trying to slash him with knives and, really actually try. Have you ever seen that training? It's freaking nuts,
Yep.
All right, we're almost halfway there, guys. Almost halfway there, and we have 15 names, and we only have 4,200 pounds. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, Adnan, go. I need a name. Give me some meat.
I'm gonna go. So he's not as heavy as I thought he was, and I forget this. I'm gonna go with Kevin Mawai, center, another guy who can be a leader there. But he only weighed 289 pounds as a center, which is crazy. I thought he was bigger than that. But I think he'd be a good addition for this.
So Jason Kelsey is one of the greatest centers of all time, arguably under 300 too.
That's fair. You know? That's fair.
Like you got to be low to the ground, right? And that's kind of what he was, right?
But he's also 6'4". Like that's the
that makes sense. Yeah, but that's Samoan stuff, dude. You know, like those guys are bred differently for strength. You know what I mean? Okay, fair enough. Monty, go for it.
All right, now we're gonna put in a big boy. We're gonna go with Muhammad Wilkerson, 6'4", 315. Just absolute beast. You know, part of that Ryan era. Just
how big?
Monster. 315.
Ooh, that's some meat, dude.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I can't wait to edit the video and just like throw like the meat stuff up there like all the time.
Pause.
We're at 17 guys still under 5,000 pounds. Jesus.
Well, we're about to crack over it because I'm gonna put ABT on this list. He's at 308. I mean, the guy can play a lot of lineman positions, so like I think it's just appropriate that he's the guy, right, to kind of crack us over that. It took us 18 guys to get over 5,000 pounds. We still don't have enough meat to definitely be sure. I mean, honestly, like if you sent these guys, you probably. Oh, actually, no. How much? All right, so give us the stats of the gorilla. How much can a gorilla lift?
10 times its body weight. So if it weighs 500 pounds, 5,000.
Figure 5,000.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna do it.
It's not gonna do it. No.
Like even a tug of war. Well, maybe in a tug of war these guys would win, but you need to kill the gorilla. Right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's the thing. Yeah.
You need to kill the gorilla.
Yeah.
And we had 18 guys is just not gonna do it. I mean, one Chuck Norris can do it, but you know, like.
Yeah, it's definitely enough. It's definitely enough for tug of war because I saw a orangutan versus a sumo wrestler in tug of war. The orangutan actually beat the sumo wrestler pretty easily, but a few more sumo wrestlers would have been enough. So I definitely could see it.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that would be Adnan. You're up, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Sean Ellis's running mate John Abraham.
Nice.
He's 262, which is a good heft for a defensive end, but he also runs a 4.5 40 in his prime. So having a guy that can move like that at that size, I think would be very, very beneficial.
Nice. Yep. Nice. I keep reminding you guys that I met him at a strip club in Atlanta, right? Way back in the day. He was not happy to see me when I said I wish he was still with the Jets. I think he thought I was a Falcons fan at the time because he did kind of rip him off. But anyway.
I mean, he didn't rip them off. They paid him, right? Like that's
but he ripped off the Falcons. That's what I'm saying. Like he didn't live up to what he was doing with us. Anyway, Monty, go ahead.
All right. So this one is, it's not necessarily a huge guy, but he's not a small guy. He's very physical, very violent player. And he was durable. I think he played almost the full season every season that he was with us, if not the full season. Calvin Pace.
Yeah, I like Calvin Pace. You need dudes like him.
He's
a workhorse.
He's 265.
He was 265. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. These linebackers back then.
Because he's tall. He's tall. He's 6'4".
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit off the board with positions here. I'm gonna go with the fullback here. I'm gonna go with John Riggins, just because I think that's a great pick. Like you just need someone to kind of go. I wish we had Mike Allstott because realistically, he would send Mike Allstott, and I think he would just do it on his own.
Hell yeah.
I think you need just someone to kind of go in, like who has that kind of speed to just charge in head first with his head down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, Adnan, you are up.
Yeah, so this is getting a little crazy. I'm trying to think.
Well, I love the preparation.
No. I'm just trying to debate between the two guys that I'm thinking of here now based on the construction of the team. But like you said, Monty, we're going to need some guys that can move. We're going to need some length. I'm going to go with Sauce. And you're going to put him on here, and you're just going to have him run around and just agitate this gorilla with those long-ass arms. And I think he can provide some kind of resistance.
What's Sauce's weight? It can't be much.
Oh, my God. It's probably like
1. Hold on. I got it right here. 190.
190.
Jesus, dude, terrible pick.
All right,
Dude,
I
listen,
got.
I'm telling you.
You're telling me what? You're telling
I
me
gotta-
Dude, so,
guy's just
Sauce
running
would-
around. He's not even going in.
He
I
would
would've-
go in.
There's faster guys I would have picked. I have a couple of them I'll throw in at the end. But yeah, so all right, I got a little more weight, nice solid defensive lineman who, I was a little annoyed when we gave him up, and I think the season last season showed that we shouldn't have let him walk, especially not for the cheap price that he was able to be signed for. Let's go with 6'4", 288, John Franklin Myers.
Nice.
He can do a variety of things for you.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just he's just a big boy. He's a big boy. He's great on the line. He's good in the dust up. I think you could, I think you could definitely do a lot worse than John Franklin Myers.
You probably could. All right, so I'm going with a guy that I actually got to play golf with on a random Tuesday, George Fant. I met the guy.
Ooh.
I saw him hit a 3-wood 310 yards. No problem, with a baby swing. And I saw him hit out of the rough, like this crazy rough. It was like 60 yards, and he put it within like 3, and he didn't even take a full swing. Me, I would have gone full swing, but George Fant, 316, he was a big body dude. And you know what? Really nice guy. And he didn't have anything nice to say about the Jets, so he didn't say anything about the Jets. But I'm gonna throw him up on there. Also, because we need 300 pounders, I think, to get to, because we're at 6,666 right now.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Let's make a pick.
We're 24 names in. That's it.
Demon time.
We're gonna need some weight. Adnan cost us with fucking sauce, dude. All right.
I'm gonna cost us here again a little bit. I'm gonna stick with the middle linebacker theme. I'm gonna go with Jonathan Vilma. He's at 230.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
And he's a beast too.
Yeah,
so.
he's a beast. Miami boy. You don't mess with those guys.
The 230 all muscle.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I don't hate it. All right, go ahead, Monty.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Jets legend. 6'3", he was about 260 though, and this guy was part of the sack exchange team, Abdul Salam.
Nice. He was technically a DT, or no? Actually, was he a DT or DN for the group?
I think he was an end. I'm pretty sure he was an end.
Yeah, he'd probably be an end of that.
I'm pretty sure he was an end.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, just for the sake of moving things on, I'm going to go a linebacker here as well, an all-pro, a recent one for us. I'm going to go for Quinnen's brother, Quincy, just because the guy hits like a machine gun. You know what I mean? And obviously I could have gone more weight here, but Quincy just seemed like to make sense, and also because after the gorilla is dead, he would do the thing where he just runs up and goes like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going with them. All right, Adnan, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna go with someone old school guy as well, but tough as nails. Marty Lyons. He comes in at 269 pounds. So I just think you need that guy with an old school tough guy mentality. I think he'd be one of the more perfect guys for something like this.
That's a great pick. And you know what? He's a switcher like fucking Abdul Salam. So that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. Go ahead, Monty.
All right. I think we need a nice solid workhorse, but someone who's fast, who can dodge, who can move, stick and move and exploit that gorilla's weak stamina. Curtis Martin, 210.
All right. We're just playing the get some weight on the. Yeah, it's like John Riggins. I get it.
No, I think you mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna throw in another great sack dance move, Jermaine Johnson, on this one. 254, which isn't the most, but he does the seminal thing. I think that's good too. I think theoretically he could take his helmet and try to finish off the gorilla at the end. Yeah. I think he would be crazy enough to do it. Plus, his wife is a smoke show. But anyway, okay, next, Adnan, you're up. Give me some meat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with another offensive lineman. Pretty big guy. I remember he was big. I'm gonna go with Damian Woody.
Nice.
327 pounds. That's some meat there.
He was a guard, I guess, in theory, right?
Yeah.
320, you said?
327.
He's so much better than that now.
Yeah. They all, well,
He's
not, I was going to say they all are, but some of them lose like 200 pounds.
I know. But all right, fair enough. Yeah, I guess Monty, you are up, right?
All right. This one isn't another big one, but he's not the smallest. But he's fast as shit. He's part of that. Needs the gorilla bait. Need guys that can run away real fast. And this is one of the fastest guys. Lavernius Coles.
He's another South Florida guy, man. Like those are the kind of guys that you need a little bit.
What's the weight on that?
200. He's 200 pounds.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Some Joe Tippmann. And I wish he had a mullet just to kind of like make this whole thing even better for me, but it's okay. And who's the backup center that we used to have that had a mullet? Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The guy who went to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You know what I'm talking about.
God, why can't I remember him right now?
Wow. We're at 33. We're getting close, guys. 89, almost 9,000 pounds is on this list.
All right, getting there.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Adnan, I need some bodies. I need some more bodies. Some sacrificial lambs.
Yeah, and I think I have the perfect one for that. Our guy, Mickey Schuler, I think best tight end in Jet history, weighs 231 pounds. I think he's someone that can just get in there, cause some havoc before his ultimate demise.
How big is Mickey Schuler?
Schuler, 6'3", 231. Yeah, SHULER.
Yeah, 231.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, we're getting closer. Okay.
Yep. All right. I'm go ahead.
No,
what were you gonna say? I was gonna say. All right. So I got a good solid lineman here. Had a great career with the Jets. Multi-time Pro Bowler. I think he was a Pro Bowler every year he played for the Jets. Kevin Mawae.
Kevin Mawae.
Mawae. I'm sorry, Mawae.
Jesus Christ, dude! I need to edit that out. It's so bad.
Mawae. Sorry.
Dude, I already picked him.
You already picked him. Yeah, he's already picked him.
Did you? I didn't.
Yeah. He's all the way up here, dude. He was like the 16th name.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, let's go with because he's fast. I'm gonna go with Brashad Perryman.
Brashad Perryman?
Yeah, he's 215.
I know, but I'm just trying to Brashad.
He ran a 4.25 40, bro.
I just need the spelling and everything, dude.
BRE.
Yeah, I got it. How what's the weight?
215.
215. 9,400. Okay. Okay. I want to just like throw Greg the leg on there for the hell
I was
of it.
thinking that too. Just trying to get him to kick him in the face a few times.
Greg the leg. I'm just gonna do Greg the leg kicker 190. just so because I think we can have it. So Monty's gonna have the last one. Obviously, I don't think there's any way in hell that Adnan. No, that'd be 400 pounds.
Yeah, I don't have the guy I have isn't gonna get us over there. So it's gonna be another tight end, another bigger than I remember. Anthony Becht.
Nice.
Coming in at 270.
Oh God, can I change my pick? Can I take the last one? I'm so sorry. I just kind of want to, Monty. I'm forgetting one guy. It's the perfect fucking name to finish this list. I swear to God, it's the perfect name to finish this list.
Who?
Okay, Jumbo fucking Elliott. Okay, you need Jumbo Elliott. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says. You need a guy named Jumbo to take on a freaking gorilla, right? 100%. You just need that, right, in your life, right? And that would totally do it in terms of the weight. I know I stole your pick, Monty.
Well, mine was gonna be Zach Kuntz.
This is better. Good. So,
good.
I mean,
Zach Kuntz is a damn good one. What are you talking about?
6'8", though, man.
He has a 10 out of 10 RAS score. He's got these abilities. He's a physical freak, 250 pounds, 6'8".
I know, but would you rather go with Jumbo
fighting.
Elliott, who's like?
I mean, in name wise, obviously Jumbo's the better name, but in body and fighting, I don't know. I think
I'd play more NFL games.
I don't know if that matters when you're fighting a gorilla, dude.
Yeah, but Jumbo Elliott is also 6'7", 308, right? So I mean, it's kind of like
that's height, but Jumbo's got 50 pounds on him, and he's got
that lineman grit, man, like
toughness,
Jumbo Elliott. Hey, listen, it's still a great name.
10,173 pounds. So I'm so 38 people And again, we're also like 38 of the best athletes on the planet in their prime.
Yeah.
Like, I think
average
that
weight is 268. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of comparable to sending in just 100 random dudes, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
100%. Yeah.
Because you're gonna have guys that are weighing 130 pounds. You're gonna have guys 180, 210, whatever. Like all these guys are like big, bulky, muscular 300-pounders that are used to a ton of contact and shit.
Yeah, 100%. I tell you what, man, I thought this turned out to be a lot more fun than than I thought it was going to be.
no,
Yeah, but this is the kind of shit you get at Laugh at the Turbulence. You don't get, if you want your serious stuff, go to somebody else. I mean, sometimes we'll do that, but go to somebody else. But if you want to just like laugh at the dumb shit that's out there, like our amazing coverage on the Ice Spice sauce stuff, then like
hard hitting journalism.
Yeah,
hard hitting journalism, guys.
And we'll always relate it back to the Jets. So anything that's out there, it'll be Jets related, but it'll be fun. So I think you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and then
Adnan, are you in a cave?
I gotta turn the light on. I thought it was gonna be.
You really gotta turn the light on, dude. I mean, this is supposed to be a visual medium here. I mean, I got this light over here.
Off. Hold on.
I mean, I got my swag on. So does Monty. I got my Laugh at the Turbulence shirt. But the question is, go ahead, Monty.
No, I was saying I'm over here talking about hard hitting, good journalism. This guy doesn't even have the light on. The fuck.
Yeah. So just remember, get good lighting, buy our swag.
Buy our swag!
Are you in need of ethically sourced, 100% non-toxic, laughter-inducing apparel?
Buy our swag!
Do you long for merchandise that respects your right to chuckle in a safe, turbulence-free environment?
Buy our swag!
Look no further. The Laugh Through the Turbulence store is here to provide you with the most socially conscious, eco-friendly-ish, and cancellation-resistant merch available.
Buy our swag!
Our products have been metaphorically crash-tested for comedic integrity, ensuring they meet the highest standards of non-offensive, inclusive, and totally New York Jets-approved humor.
Buy our swag!
Whether you're looking for a t-shirt that says Laugh Through the Turbulence, a New York Jets podcast, or a hat that says Laugh Through the Turbulence, a New York Jets podcast, we've got you covered.
Buy our swag!
So, take a smooth, seatbelt fastened journey over to our store. The link is in the bio of our YouTube page, and shop with confidence. Because the only turbulence you should experience is watching the New York Jets.
Buy our swag!
Disclaimer, no actual turbulence was used in the making of this match. Side effects may include uncontrollable giggling, heightened fashion sense, and an overwhelming desire to talk about the New York Jets. Ha ha ha.
Buy our swag!